I have always been intrigued with the concept of celebrity culture, fandom, the ways in which we engage with it, and the reasons behind our engagement. So for my research project, it only made sense for me to conduct a study within the realms of that particular field. Prior to having a concrete topic for study, I had considered that a possible aim of my study would be to explore how audiences position themselves within these culture objects, as well as investigating if fans are the most productive type of audiences who engage in semiotic activities, reveal interpretive and textual productivity with the capacity to influence production as highlighted by John Fisk and Henry Jenkins.
So for my thesis, I proposed to conduct an up-to-date analysis of the relationship between young people and celebrity culture in the UK, throwing into the spotlight the interaction between global and local cultures. By simultaneously reaching out beyond the most visible fans, I seek to assess the complex, ambiguous and varying attitudes young audiences display towards celebrities. By understanding the variety of methods within the critical study of communication, culture and media, I started to explore different methodological frameworks that I could use to frame my research. I looked at both qualitative and quantitative approaches, and after comprehending the practices of both methods, I quickly realized that my research would best fit within the qualitative approach. This is because my research focuses on the media audiences, which emphasizes on media reception. And according to Klaus Jensen, there are traditions of using qualitative methodology in the research of media reception, because media reception is a subjective matter that has great uncertainty and diversity and can explore the subject's point of view. I also researched into creative methods within the qualitative approach, such as interviews and focus groups. Although both will provide comprehensive research data, I soon realized that focus groups can provide more accurate facts because it presents a more natural atmosphere, stimulating the liberty to join in discussions more freely, whilst encouraging participants to interact with one another. Now that I had figured out both the methodological approach and method of data collection for my research, the next phase in the research process was to determine which method of analysis would be employed for the interpretation of materials. After investigating a range of methods, I narrowed the list down to narrative and discourse analysis, which I deemed both appropriate for my research. The methods of discourse and narrative analysis are often allied together, with the terms sometimes used interchangeably. This is due to the fact that both methods refer to a variety of theoretical approaches and analytical emphasis within their fields. Within the umbrella of discourse analysis, I understood that the Foucauldian approach by Michel Foucault could make a fairly good contribution to my research. I discovered that for Foucault, discourse is a system of representation. He tried to identify how discourses are changing throughout history by a set of rules and practices. Discourse is then a way of representing the knowledge about a particular topic at a particular historical moment. Narrative analysis, as suggested by a range of scholars such as James G., Catherine Wiseman and William Laboff, centers on the ways in which individuals present accounts of themselves, others, and the world, and sees these self-narrations as both claims of identity and constructions. This method can help my research examine exactly how people narrate about their favourite celebrity, the kinds of stories they tell about it, and how this constructs their identity and social standing. Another useful factor of both methodologies is how they are located within the social constructionism paradigm, which is useful for my research as it opens my awareness of how groups of people construct knowledge for one another, jointly creating a small culture of shared artifacts and shared meaning. Therefore, there are social influences on individual life, and the way we understand the world is directly influenced by them and what we learn from each other. Now we can move on to the next phase of the research process. Through the analysis of young people's relationship with celebrity culture and looking at audience positions rather than merely looking at fan groups such as Bayhive or Rihanna Navy, I seek to relate fandom with other more invisible and diffusive ways of relating to a media and culture object. These positions and negotiations young people take contribute to the social meaning of celebrity in their groups and what they regard as a valid youth culture. So as a case study, I will look at the website Nicole Bitchie. Nicole Bitchie is a blogging site reporting on the world of celebrity entertainment, gossip and new music, which I myself follow quite regularly. The blogging site emerged in 2008 by blogger, entrepreneur and celebrity fanatic Nicole Kane. The blog site made its debut onto the blogging scene as a way of Nicole writing about anything celebrity and sharing it with others who shared the same interests. Within a year, the site gained many followers, commenting religiously and getting to know one another, and therefore became a community. The website is not dedicated to any specific celebrity in particular, or any fan groups such as Bayhive or Rihanna Navy as mentioned earlier. The blog site also has social media accounts such as Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, where fans can engage with each other and their loved celebrity. You can also submit your own stories of meeting celebrities and participate in contests and giveaways, winning gift bags, concert tickets and so on. Many of the fans subscribe to the website and contact Nicole for recommendation of stories to post, and also join in discussions about various topics. Thus, this website can help my research informing questions such as what narratives and discourses do people apply when they relate their attitudes towards celebrity and consumption of it back to other people with the same interests, and how does this website help in shaping their interaction with this celebrity culture. As I am also a follower of Nicole Bitchie and also take part in keeping up to date with celebrities, the music scene and so on, my research will require a certain amount of reflexivity, where I as the researcher reflect on my position in the research process, taking into account the ways the relationship between myself and the participants affect the production of my research material. The ways in which I am positioned as both similar and different to the research participants in relation to class, culture, ethnicity, race, sexual orientation, gender and age also needs to be considered, alongside an attention to context. Prior to any interviews, I will ensure that informed consent will be obtained by the participants where they give their approval in participating. I will also ensure confidentiality, where I will keep the names and identifying information connected with the interviewee anonymous if they please. I guarantee in participating that the interview would be protected from any type of harm, whether it be emotional, physical or psychological. Once again, my name is Erica Isabel and thanks for watching.